first, our presenting sponsor, Food Science Corporation. Thank you, folks from Food Science. Thank you for your support. We're going to be hearing from someone from Food Science in a minute. Our advocate sponsors, which is National Life Group, PC Construction, Jay Fiat, and all our friends at PC. Wyatt Investment Research, Ian Wyatt, he's our guy. He's even got his family doing this. His dad's done it many years, and I think his kids might be out there this year too. Our friend sponsors, Seventh Generation, Vermont Gas via CCU, and our board president, Denise Casey, and Neil Lunderville, otherwise known as Lunder Casey. Those are our friend sponsors. And we have a lot of other sponsors and donors who supported this event with monetary and in-kind donations. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you to all the volunteers who helped with deliveries. Thank you to our staff, the 4 people who organized this. Sarah Woodard, our development director, Bridget Everett, Charlotte Steverson organized our events, and Erin Barnaby. Thank all 4 of you. It's been an amazing, you've done an amazing job once again. We have a staff team. For many years now, we've had our own staff who are doing a sleeping out. Not only do they do the hard work at Spectrum, they're there doing it as a team. They're out there. And then never forget, we have staff working tonight, okay? We have staff at our warming shelter over at the Co-Cathedral who are watching over kids. We have staff who are working in our housing tonight also. I'm grateful to them. They're doing the hard work. We have about 26 kids who are living at Spectrum tonight, and those staff are watching over them all night long, which is so important. I want to thank, we have a youth speaker tonight who'll be coming up in a few minutes, Dex. You will hear from Dex later. And then there are all these teams. Last count, how many teams? We had 52 teams, which is so good. You will see them on screen at some point. We are really, really grateful to all of you. And we're grateful to your families, your friends, and everybody who has supported you. All right, so Sarah is putting up the first results of the poll. There we are. Good. You can see the percentages and I'm on a team with my school at 27%, leading the pack. Yes. All right. Okay. And let's see. I am now going to introduce from Food Science and chair of their Good Neighbor Committee, Tammy Johnson, VP of Human Division at Food Science. All right, Tammy, take it away, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mark. Good evening, fellow Spectrum supporters. It's wonderful to see so many young faces here tonight. Nothing makes me happier. Food Science is honored to be here with you and to be sponsoring the 10th year of the annual Sleep Out. What an incredible job you have all done to raise awareness and drive financial support for young people in our community in both Burlington and St. Albans, my hometown. Nicely done. Food Science is located in Williston with 200 employees supporting the work we do. We consider it a privilege to lend our minds and our hearts to the work of helping people and pets live healthier lives. It's what drives us to be pioneering in all ways that lead to new and better nutritional supplements and products. We are the founders of VetriScience, Pet Naturals, Da Vinci, and Little Da Vinci. These products are sold across the country. Likely, many of you have our animal products at your homes now and have no idea that they're actually made right in Williston. At Food Science, we put our mission into action by supporting the community and the people of Vermont through our Good Neighbor initiatives, just like this one. We strive to help Vermonters and their pets live healthier lives by actively engaging in our community, just like you're doing. Annually, we donate 1% of our net profits back into Vermont. Food Science is proud to be here with you tonight. We wish all of you a good night's sleep, ha ha, and we'll see you in the morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy. And yeah. Good night, sleep. Hi. Yeah, that's right. I've heard that one before. All right, let's see. Now, everybody always asks me as director, how are the youth at Spectrum doing? So tonight, you're going to hear from 3 of our program managers. They're going to tell you. You don't have to take my word for it. So the first is the director of our Multicultural Youth Program, Remy Bryce Uwalingimana. Remy, you are up. Let's hear from Remy.
Thank you so much, Mark. And I wanted to thank all of you for participating in the sleep out. It's my first year, so I'm really excited as well. But we wouldn't be able to do the work that we do without your help. So thank you again. So of course, with the pandemic, with COVID, we've had to pivot like most people, where we we had to switch to helping youth and the communities I work with, especially communities of color, have access to resources. One of our major things that we did as well was helping translate, the COVID guidelines to our communities in different languages, that the community can also be aware and take care of each other and of themselves. Our help desks, of course, which we used to be in school, we ended up doing virtual help desks where we supported the youth, with reading activities, but also we're still able to help them access navigate resources such as getting licenses or taking their permits online. But one of the biggest things that came out of the pandemic, I think, was the community, how it came together to help support and make these adjustments, especially for communities of color, where where the biggest barrier became, from language, technology. So one of the biggest things that was very helpful was being able to have all these access to these resources to help support the community much better. So I am very grateful for all the work that for all the fundraising that you're all doing to help support these initiatives and build up our communities.
Okay.
I'm unmuted. Yay. Remy, thank you so much. Next, Spectrum does a lot more than house homeless teenagers. We have a whole counseling program, and Kristen Vogel is in charge of what we call Riverstone Counseling. When I first met Kristen, she was an intern here. She did such a great job as an intern. We hired her on. Now she's in charge of the entire program, which has grown. It's helping hundreds and hundreds of young people. So I'm going to ask Kristen Vogel, please step up and give us a little update what's happening with you and your staff. Thank you.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. My name is Kristen Vogel, and I am the program manager for Riverstone Counseling. The pandemic has been hard on all of us, but especially for our youth who already were struggling with mental health and substance use issues. But then to have the pandemic that increased their isolation from their peers, school, and work, the impact of mental health is significant, and we have seen our education be disrupted, loss of jobs, feelings of loneliness and uncertainty for their future, leading to more and more youth seeking help for feelings of depression, anxiety, and suicide ideation. I think that everybody has a day in their mind where everything changed for them, and for our program, it was March 17th when everything suddenly moved. All of our services moved to telehealth platform, something us as therapists and our clients had never dealt with before. There was a lot of trial and error, drop Zoom calls, frustration and tears, and I cannot stress this enough. Sorry if I'm getting emotional. The past year, the counselors here at Riverstone have been dedicated to their clients and have worked tirelessly this past year to support the youth who sought help from our program. And as much as this year has been difficult, we've been witnesses to youth devoting time and energy to improving their lives, their mental health, reducing their substance use. I've been astounded by the amount of resiliency I've seen the youth that we work with. And despite everything that our program has faced this past year, we were still able to provide treatment to over 300 youth who were looking to make changes in their lives. We've done Zoom calls, phone calls, nature walks, sitting in the park, out the grass outside the UU Church, which is normally where we are. So whatever we could do to support our youth, keep them, ourselves, and our community safe and healthy. We know the impacts of this pandemic will continue to affect our youth from time to come. So we could not do this work without the support from our community. So from all of us at Riverstone Counseling, we want to say thank you to all of you who are making it possible for us to be there for our youth.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you so much. And to all of your staff, thank you. And finally, our third speaker is going to be the new director of our new drop-in center in St. Albans. We've been working in St. Albans with youth in foster care for, I don't know, about 7 years. And they have said to me many times, we need at Spectrum to open up in St. Albans what we've got in Burlington, a drop-in center where young people can come, no questions asked, and receive clothing, hot dinner, hot lunch, take a shower, do their laundry, help finding work, help getting back into school. And we were able to raise, because of generosity from people like you, we were finally able to do this. We opened it literally, I don't know, 2.5 weeks ago. So next up is the new director of that drop-in center, Stephanie Comstock. Take it, Stephanie.
Hey everyone, I hope you can hear me okay. I'm Stephanie Comstock, the program manager at the new drop-in center in St. Albans. I am so grateful to be part of the Spectrum team now. The work here is incredible. We opened our doors on March 8th, so we've been in operation a full 3 weeks now. So this is, as Mark said, something that Spectrum's been working on for a few years now, since we do have YDP staff in the area and expressing, the need for this in Franklin County. So here we are. There's many young teens facing homelessness, have food insecurities, are pregnant or parenting, and just don't have a place where they can feel safe and supported. So our goal is to assess what the needs are in Franklin County so that we can hopefully expand and better serve the youth. We have already seen around 20 youth, many with food insecurities, some with unstable housing, struggles with mental health, substance abuse, bullying at school. We've helped with securing a shelter bed for a young man. We helped a high school senior apply for a college scholarship already. We helped a young mom apply for food stamps and Reach Up. And these youth keep coming back every day. And it's been so amazing. The word is spreading in the community. People are jumping on the bandwagon to give us food. So we've been full with our food train and it's been amazing. My staff, Aaron and Ollie, are incredible at connecting with the youth. And I can't say enough great things about the community welcoming us with open arms. We've been able to pack, leftovers for lunches the next day to send youth to school with and care packages to take home for the weekend. I had a youth tell me today that she only had bread at our house. So we sent her with a shepherd's pie to take home for her family. So that was pretty incredible. So, and St. Albans is completely funded by people like you. So thank you all for braving the elements tonight to make this work possible.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you so much. Thank you for what you and your staff are doing up there. All right, so next is a video. We have a video of a young person named Dex. Dex has been involved with our two staff in the youth development program in St. Albans for quite a while. And Dex is going to talk about how they wish we had had a drop-in center open there for a while and is looking forward to taking part and even volunteering there. So Dex has really powerful testimony, and we're going to show that video. And Dex is on the call. Dex is here tonight. And we're going to show that video right now.
For me, growing up, I was always the outcast. I'm the oddball in my family, literally, down to when I was born. I've always been the outcast, the odd one out. Being a foster kid, it's foster kid, it's a label. And having that label makes things really, really difficult. Really hard because you're automatically an outcast because you're a foster kid, because you're different. And it sucks. It really does. For me, I was always bullied, and then being labeled a foster kid made things even worse, which then made, my self-harming worse and my behavior worse, because no matter how hard I tried to communicate what was going on, no one ever listened to me. Growing up, I was physically, mentally, and emotionally abused in my household. My biggest bully was my stepfather, actually. And my mom pretty much didn't care about anything, ever. I was always the invisible child. I was always the one who got the most, beatings from my stepdad. I was always blamed for everything. If I could do an after-school program that day, I'd stayed. Anything that I could avoid getting hit again. I did a lot of self-harming and self-destructive behavior, including suicide attempts. I was 10 when I tried to kill myself the first time. And, being able to share how far I've come, it gives people who might have come from similar backgrounds someone to look up to and to know that no matter how much hardship comes in someone's life, there's always a way to make it better. I always thought, there was never anyone out there who could understand what I've gone through, what I am going through. I always felt like I would always be alone and that I would never, have that hope and never have someone, by my side. But, the last few years, even the last year, I've done a lot of great work with a lot of great people. Having a drop-in center like this would have been amazing. I talk about, how I wish there was something like this when I was younger, to have another safe place to go besides school. I tried everything to avoid going home. I wouldn't really have a voice if it wasn't for the programs I'm part of. Without the youth development program and Spectrum, I wouldn't be an advocate, honestly. They're always pushing me to, be who they know I can be. And I'm very grateful that, they actually listened to me, listened to what I needed and what I wanted. The biggest thing I tell myself is you can't give up because there's people out there counting on you. If I was to give up now, then everyone else like me can be like, oh, they gave up, so I can give up too. And, the world would lose a lot of great people that didn't know they were great because they didn't give it a chance.
Thank you, Dex. It takes a lot of courage to make a statement like that, make a video like that and tell your story. And it's a great story. And you haven't given up on yourself and we're not giving up on you either. I know our staff none of us will. And I know you are not going to give up on all the young people who are going to that St. Albans Drop-In Center and are going to continue to go there. So thank you very much, Dex. We are really, really proud of you. And thank you to all of you who are doing the sleep out. This is when it gets right. I laugh and joke about the weather, but in the end, that's what it's about. We do this, and we're doing this in St. Albans, and we hope to open up probably shelter beds at some point in St. Albans if we can raise the funds. We know that need is there. We're starting with the drop-in center, but if we're able to raise the funds, we would love to have housing for kids too at some point soon. So I want to thank all of you for doing this tonight. I believe now, I know we've raised more money than we ever have before at the Sleep Out. I believe Charlotte is the one who's going to announce the grand total. So I'm going to turn it over to Charlotte.
Hey everyone. So I was just actually checking again because donations are pouring in. I'm still accurate here. All right. The grand total is $410,000. Amazing. It's seriously amazing. This is a whole new record for the Sleep Out, and we just cannot thank you enough. Thank you for sharing your Facebook posts and your social media posts. Thank you for sending out the link to friends and family, and for going and dipping in the lake and just doing everything you did to make it such a huge success. We really, really appreciate it. And also, if you wouldn't mind just kind of sitting there and smiling, because we're about to take a nice screenshot of as many people as we can possibly fit into a square. So just, you're looking great right now. I know you're so excited about this total, and I'm going to keep smiling, and Erin is going to take a screenshot.
Hey everybody, thank you so much. We're trying to create our group photo situation here. So I'm just gonna go through and try to take some screenshots of everybody that's on tonight.
And while she's doing that, yes, somebody just messaged, the goal was 300,000, and then the goal was 350,000. And this morning we raised to 375,000, and now we're at 410,000 and counting. So thank you so much.
All right, I think I've got them all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Back over to you, Mark.
Okay, so we're, I'm just putting in a chat thing. Okay, I think that's it. Last thing, send us photos. Remember the photos, social@spectrumvt.org, hashtag virtual sleep out 2021. All right, put it on Instagram, Facebook, whatever you do, okay? Use the link in the chat to see a live feed of all the photos. 7 a.m. for coffee, same link as you have right now. Put the photos up, social media feed. Try and get some sleep. Try, okay? At least you don't have to go. Most people don't have to go to work tomorrow. We're going easy on you. Usually we do it on a Thursday night, so you have to go to work the next day. We've been nice to you this time. Again, thank you to our wonderful staff who put this together. Thank you for all of you who are doing the sleep out and supporting our mission on behalf of homeless and at-risk youth. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Catherine, love those glasses. Should wear those in the lake. Bye, Denise and Neil. Look at Neil. Neil's just warming up now. He's just getting warm now.